Sorry about that. Just a little problem there with the OBS starting up. So let's get started on this stream for today, which is fractions and percentages, looking at level 8, 9 type questions. So these are going to be a little bit trickier. Here's our first one here. We're going to be writing this as recurring decimal and fraction its lowest terms. We talked about how to do it in the level 6 to 7 one, but this is a trickier one. It's going to take, I think, about 2 minutes for you to have a go at this. So see how you get on. Here we go, it's the first one. Let's have a look at this. Now what I'm going to do is give you the foolproof method, and then for future ones I'll do shortcut ones for the people that a bit more au fait with how to do these. So if you remember last time we talked about writing down and work, there we go, writing down 1 times 0.278 equals 0.278, 278 is the bit that's repeated. The dots above the 2 and the 8 to repeat everything in between. And then we keep timesing it by multiples of 10. And we get 2.788. And we see now it doesn't match like as quickly as yesterday. Let's try 100 times, see if it matches after the decimal point. So we get 278, and we can see that we get 27.8, 278, 278. I missed out a 2 here, by the way. And if we do 1,000, 0.27 recurring, gives us 278.278, and we can see we have our first point where everything after the decimal place repeats. So therefore we're going to subtract these two away. So we take away 1 lot away from 1,000 lots. So we're going to take away 0.278278 away from that. And what we see is the yellow bits match up perfectly. So we're left with 900, 1 lot away from the 1,000 lots of 999 lots. 0.278 recurring. 278 point all that. The 2 decimals will cancel, and 0 away from 278 is just 278. So therefore, if we divide by 999, we're left with just 0.278 recurring over 999. Okay, see if you can jump straight to the 2 lines you need for this one on this one. I'm going to give you, but I'm still only going to give you, I'll give you another 2 minutes to do this question, just in case you can't do that. See how you get on with that. Right, let's have a look at this. Now, you'll notice if you're going to get these to, what you should realise, 0.235 recurring is equal to 0.2353535. It's only the 3 and the 5 that repeat itself. So you're going to have to at least times by 10 to get 3535 occurring, and you have to times by another 1,000 to get it recurring after the decimal. I'll show you what I mean. If you have 10 times 0. Let's do, well, actually, always take the bigger one first when you're trying to do the shortcut. So we're going to do 1,000 times 0.235 recurring to get us to 3. It's not 2. To get us to 35.35.35. Sorry, not points. Write that out again. 3535 and so on. And then if you do 10 times 0.235 recurring, you get 2.3535 and so on. And you can see we've got the 3535s matching up exactly. And so we take that away. So 1,000 lots minus 10 lots is 990 lots. 235 minus 2 gives you 233. So therefore 1 lot, you divide by 990, will equal 233 over 90. Now I do have another one to do, but we won't do it today because I think it's going to make the lesson too long. But there's one there. I'll write up the answer in due course. You can practice it on your own. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to jump to some more interesting, more difficult questions, more exams type questions. So we'll start off with this one, and I'm actually going to give you 3 minutes. Now, there's a little bit of music towards the end to let you know you're getting towards the end because it's quite a long time, 3 minutes. If that's annoying, I can always remove that for the next stream. Right, here we go. Find the sixth term of the sequence 0.1 recurring, 0.12 recurring, 0.123 recurring. Well, hopefully you spotted it was 0.123456 recurring. And then you want to write that as a simplified fraction. So therefore, we've got to make everything match from here on. So you can see we've got 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 is what we're going to times by. All of this. Just to get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.666. And therefore, if you times by 1,000,000, so I meant to do that first. 0.123456 recurring. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.6 recurring. And you can subtract those to get 900,000 times 0.123456 recurring equals, subtract those, you get 111,111. So therefore, one lot of all of this will equal 111,111 all over 900,000. And we can see straight away that the top is divisible by 3 and the bottom is divisible by 3. And that gives us 37,037 over 300,000. And how do you know that this doesn't cancel down any further? Well, the best way to look at it is if you prime factorize this, you can see this is 3 times 100,000. And 100,000 is 10 to the 5. And 10 to the 5 is the same as 2 times 5 to the 5. So basically, all the factors of this are going to be made up of 3, 2, and 5. 3 doesn't go into the top because you've got all the digits adding up to 20. That's not divisible by 3. It's clearly not divisible by 2 and clearly not divisible by 5. So we can't cancel this down any further. Okay, so try and work out the difference between these two decimals and write as a simplified fraction. Again, I'm going to give you 3 minutes because this one's another slightly tricky one. Right, going through this question, we're going to work out the difference between 0.267 recurring and 0.148 recurring. So 0.267 recurring is equal to 0.267676767 and so on. And 0.148 recurring is equal to 0.148484848. And what we can see is we're going to have this repeated. 67 to take away the 48. Okay, if you're taking the top digits away from the bottom digits, and each time you've got that, you've got 19. So one away from, if you take these away, you're going to get 1 away from 2 is 1. That's going to be a 1 9. That's going to be a 1 9. That's going to be a 1 9, and that's going to be a 1 9. So essentially, what you've got here is equal to 0.119 recurring, and we want to write that as a decimal. So we have 1,000 lots of that because we've got 3 digits before we're going to get likely repeats. Okay, we times by 1,000, so that's going to give us 119 times sorry, not that, 119.191919. And if we do 10 lots, because we've got to get that 1 to the other side of the decimal, then we're going to get everything matching up. And you get 1.191919. And now all the decimals match up on each side, so subtract them. 1 away from 119 is 118. And we're going to do 10 lots away from 1,000 lots, which gives me 990 lots of 0.119 recurring. So divide that out, I get 0.19 equals 118 over 990. And we can simplify that down to 59 over 495. Right, another question on this. Yes, here we go. So this one I think is a little bit easier. I'm just going to give you 2 minutes to have a go at this one. You should be able to do this without a calculator, no cheating. Now, if you remember from the live stream on the level 6-7 on this, we did 0.7 recurring, and that was 7/9. So 27 is 27 and 7/9. And you could work that out if you couldn't remember that. That's 27 and 7/9 is what percent we've got here. So we're going to turn 27 and 7/9 into a top-heavy fraction to make this easier. So 27 times 9, we do that, that's going to give us 243 plus the 7 over the 9. Now we want to turn that into our multiplier for decimals, then we have to times by 1 over 100 to make that into a multiplier. So that gives me 250 over 900. And now that's what I'm going to times by 1800 by. So I got 250 over 900 times by 1800. Cancel out the hundreds. 9 into 18 is 2. 2 times 250 gives me 500. Okay, let's go on to this question and we'll get started on that. I'll give you, let's have a look, written 2 minutes to be able to do this because it's a little bit easier than the questions we were doing before. It's just fairly standard stuff. So 2 minutes, off you go. So I forgot to say this would be a calculator question. Okay, so let's look at how we set up the start of this question. So, new car costs £43,000. It depreciates at 25%. So we're going to be timesing by 0.75 for that, to cover that. We're going to times by 0.75 because if you take 25% off 100, you get 75%. Turn to decimal multipliers 0.75. Then you've got a rate of X% per year. So we're going to times it by x, and after 3 years that means we're going to times it by x twice, which is x squared, and we're going to get 24974. So we get our calculator, and what we can see is we're going to do this number here, 24974, divided by 43,000. So I'm going to do 24974 divide by 43,000 gives me that, and then I've got to also divide by 0.75. Divide by 0.75. So my multiplier squared, x squared, is equal to 0.77, and so on. Okay, and so therefore I'm going to square root that answer. And you can see I get 0.879999 on my calculator. So we get x is equal to 0.87999, which is near as you can be to 0.88. So therefore, if that's what x is as our value we're going to depreciate by each this year, that's going to be the equivalent of a 12% decrease. Okay. Notice it wants to know, you're told x is an integer, so you know that this is near enough going to be to 0.88, because the nearest integer to that will give me 88% of what we need. We've got to know the rate. This is the rate of the depreciation, so we get 12% off 100. Now this is much, once you've got that, this bit is much easier. I'll give you 30 seconds to have a go at this, because all you've got to do is plug it into your calculator and do it. See if you can do that. Okay, so there's 30 seconds. Did you manage to do your calculator quick enough? So you got 43,000 times by the 0.75 to start off with. And then we're going to times by 0.88 for each other year. Now 7 years, so that means it's going to be 6 years when we get times by 0.88. So shove that into our calculator. We're going to get 43,000 times 0.75 times 0.88 to the power of 6. And that gives you 14977, the nearest pound. Okay, and just to finish off this question, after how many years will the value have fallen below 14,190? And that again should only take you 30 seconds, especially if you've left your working on the calculator like this. So 30 seconds to see if you can try and work that out. Okay, so to do this, all we've got to do is we've got to go back on our calculator and try different values in here. There is a way using A-level maths to get the exact answer straight off if you're solving for n, but the average GCSE student won't be able to do that. So let's pretend we're an average GCSE student and we put one more in and we get 7 years. Because we can see 13,000, if we do this to the power of 7, that gives us 13,000. So if that is to the 7, remember we've got the 0.75 as well. Right, my screen's gone a bit funny. That's it. I'll just use that to get it back when it does that. So that's going to give me 0.75 is 1 year. I got this to the 7, gave me 13,000. So that's going to be 8 years altogether. Right, one question. This is the question to finish off. Similar question. I'll give you 3 minutes to have a go at the whole thing, see how you get on. tip, if you've got 1.24 as your multiplier, you've made a mistake. Think you've increased by 124%, so the multiplier won't be 1.24. Right, last question to finish off. It's not 1.24 as many people might think. You've got 100% start with. You add on 124%, you get 224% in total. So therefore, the multiplier is 2.24. So we've got 100 bacteria times by 2.24 to the power of n. So after 5 hours, we're going to have 100 times 2.24 to the power of 5. 100 times 2.24 to the power of 5, and we get 5,639, and to the nearest bacteria it's going to be 5,639. Thank you very much. That's going to be the end of that topic. Tuesday 6 to 7, level 6 to 7, more number work, and next Thursday we will continue on with the level 8 and 9.